sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal it's time for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots. Visitor sideline, a look at the Raiders head coach. His team making the long flight. Always difficult to play the 1 o'clock Eastern game when a West Coast team feels like it's 10 a.m. on their body clock. On the other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. This guy's come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go here in the rain at Gillette Stadium. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Again, it's Henderson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The veteran, Landon Roberts. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the man from Purdue, their quarterback, Aiden O'Connell.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today. I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Out of the shotgun, O'Connell. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. From the gun, it's O'Connell. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. On fourth down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. So the Patriots, 4-13 last year. They make the coaching change. They find a quarterback they hope in Drake May. And all of a sudden you bring Mike Vrabel in here, and Greg, it feels a little bit different around this Patriots squad.
It does. And listen, there's no question. In the NFL, Mike, we all know you need to be good at two spots if you want to be consistent over anything.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. Not what you want to see. Quarter one of week one. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Once again, it's Genty. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another 1st down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. O'Connell to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's O'Connell. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
Raiders, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now run for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
On play action, O'Connell. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now O'Connell exiting the pocket right. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Carlton Davis.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football. They've got it 2nd down and 6 to begin. Out of the gun, here's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
For our Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hand off, and it's Henderson. He'll get about 2, and landing Roberts in there on the tackle.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. They gonna hold on to this one.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's taken in by Hollins. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. 2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Open man. That's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Gibson. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Veteran safety Jamal Adams there for the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. It's the tight end Henry in motion. We'll try the right side with Henderson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. He'll dump this out wide to Gibson. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Patriots will take a 3-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title, but you have to remember, two other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy. When you mentioned 9 in a row, you think, oh, okay, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think L.A. and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City. Maybe then there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
No, Greg, I'm thinking if I'm a fan or even in the front office for the Chargers or the Broncos or the Raiders, do I build my team to try to knock off the king of the hill? Because you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games. So how do you factor that into your construction?
Yeah, I think it's such a great point. It's really fascinating to dive into. And while I wouldn't necessarily build my roster to just beat Kansas City or to just beat whoever you view as the top team in the division, you do want to find some commonalities among your 3 division opponents and make sure you are built to play within your division. That's 6 of the 17 now. Winning the division, you get you home to playoff games. There's a lot on the line when you win your division and compete for that title. So, yes, every team has to build their roster. If you have a bunch of really good quarterbacks, you better be able to rush the passer and play pass coverage. If you're playing a lot of ground and pound, big running backs, you better be really good on the inside in defense and be able to defend the run. So there's themes.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. On second down, O'Connell. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. It is 3rd and 10. To throw is O'Connell. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
A loss of 12 yards.
And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchdown. The Patriots offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A gain of a yard.
New England going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On second down, it's May. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Here's May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
May to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. A Pro Bowler 4 years running. That is Max Crosby working his way in to register his 1st sack of the new season.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer, the debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll. Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. And it's a guy who finished with 23 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions last year, Justin Herbert. He connects, it's a 16-yard touchdown. The Chargers begin Jim Harbaugh year 2 with a Week 1 victory. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And it's the elusive Jalen Hurts. He's going to scramble here and take it in. 13 yards away, he houses it. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Michael Wilson. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the first half. The Cardinals with the lead in the opener at the half. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, not much offense to talk about. Just 1 field goal on the board. 3-0 the score. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Just 1 score, 1 lone field goal. All these 2 teams could muster in half number 1. What awaits us here in the second half? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Now, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year, McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Vegas.
The Raider first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Raiders.
Here's a handoff to Genti. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third and 10. They'll look to throw. Moving to his right. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
A 52-yard attempt.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will tie the game at 3 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Patriots offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And, Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So, no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guys for the long term. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Robert Spillane spills him there. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On the return is Jones. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Patriots offense ready for this next possession. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement will cut your eye.
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
That That one thrown on the run, but the receiver had to reach back, couldn't bring it in, and it is incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. Third down coming up.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And now it's fourth down. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. We'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and...
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. May going to look to throw. A throw there on second down. Going to be incomplete.
You certainly don't want to be wasting downs at this stage of the game, but with nothing open, you can't really blame him. There was really nowhere to go with the ball. You don't want to start throwing into tight coverage, and he just has to simply throw that one away.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. Patriots ready for the punt. Important punt here in this tie game late. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Now, Genty. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They try the zone read. It's Smith on the keeper. And that'll move the sticks. First down, up to the 40.
Just a good, solid run here on 3rd down. Tie game, 4th quarter. This is where you really need to be able to lean on that offensive line. They come through, and they're able to keep this drive alive.
He'll get this off to Genty. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Smith. Rolling to the left. Taking off. And he's going to be close to the first down. Walking just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage. From the gun, it's Gino. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. And they're knocking on the door of field goal range now.
First and 10 at the 40.
From the shotgun, Smith. That's to the right side. And caught by Bowers. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith will try to hit him with a screen. This one will be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. The throw on the run is complete. That one good for 18 yards and to the 18-yard line.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups. He continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Las Vegas, 1st down. 1st and goal, Raiders.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas. For Geno, career touchdown pass number 106, but his first in silver and black. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So now Drake May and the Patriots down 10-3, a minute 52 to play. How will this play out? We'll watch as they come up for 1st down. Out of the gun, here's May. He'll step up and run. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
At the 33-yard line.
And in motion, it's Diggs. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So here comes 3rd and 5. Throwing now is May. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. New England going to take their 2nd timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Midfield to the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll spot Henry open downfield. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he'll spike it here and stop it with 45 seconds to go. Here comes 2nd down. To throw now, May. There's a short one to Hooper. And that'll go for a to 7. And it's going to set up third down. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The game hanging in the balance and a critical third down. They'll keep it on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Loss on the play. It's fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw him. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are right back in this one.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction, steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
The Raiders offense ready to take over possession of the football. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts, so just one kneel down and then time to shake hands.
Here we go.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They go down to an 8, and that's the way to start the new campaign. One game, one win here in this season opener. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.